One of the spiritual leaders invited him to eat with him. He went to the home of the spiritual leader and reclined at the table. Consider this: a woman known in the village as living a sinful life found out that Yeshua was reclining at a table in the home of the spiritual leader. She brought an alabaster container of myrrh oil. When standing behind him at his feet weeping, she began to wash his feet with her tears. She wiped them with the hair of her head, kissed his feet, and anointed them with the myrrh oil. Now, when the spiritual leader who had invited him saw it, he said to himself, if this man were the prophet, he would have realized who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, namely that she is a sinner. Yeshua answered and said to him, Shimon, I have something to say to you. Shimon replied, Tell me, Rabbi. Two men owed some money to a certain moneylender. One of them owed 500 denarii and the other only 50. When they were unable to pay, he forgave them both. Now which of the two of them will love him more? Shimon answered, I suppose the one who had the larger debt cancelled. Yeshua said to him, You have judged correctly. Then turning to the woman, he told Shimon, Do you see this woman? I came into your home, yet you did not give me water to wash my feet. She has washed my feet with her tears and dried them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss. Since I entered, she has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not anoint my head with oil. She has anointed my feet with myrrh oil. Therefore I tell you, her sins, which are many, have been forgiven, for she hath loved much. But the one who has been forgiven little loves little. Yeshua said to her, Your sins are forgiven. Then those who were reclining at the table began to say among themselves, Who is this who even forgives sins? So the kingdom of heaven may be compared to a man who was a king who wished to settle accounts with his servants. When he had begun to audit the records, one who owed him 10,000 talents was brought before him. But since he did not possess the financial resources to make payment, his master commanded him to be sold along with his wife, children, and all that he owned, so that repayment could be made. But the servant fell down on the ground and prostrated himself before him, begging, Have patience with me. In time I will repay you everything. So the master of that servant was moved with compassion. He released him and forgave him the debt. That servant, however, went out and found one of his colleague servants who owed him 100 denarii. He seized him and started to choke him, demanding, Pay back what you owe. So his colleague servant fell down on the ground prostrate and started to beg, saying, Have patience with me. In time I will repay you. But he was unwilling. He went and threw him into prison until he could pay off the loan. So when his colleague servants saw what had happened, they were exceedingly outraged. They went and reported to their master all that had happened. Then summoning him, his master told him, You wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you asked me. Should you not also have shown mercy to your colleague servant in the same way that I showed mercy to you? So moved with anger, his master delivered him over to the torturers until he should pay back all that was owed.